Good morning, everyone. First of all, I want to manage your expectation. My report will take some 27 minutes, so be prepared. Members of the Board of Governors, faculty members, student honored guests, good morning to you all. Boker Tov, Sabah el Khir, Lakum Jami'an. Good morning to you all. A year and a half has passed since I was given the opportunity to join you. I am grateful for this privilege to be the leader of such a wonderful team of people and to lead a research university, which I believe holds vast importance for the promotion of science in Israel and around the world, for strengthening the state of Israel and continuing its development as a better place to live for the future generations. As a research university, the main reason for our existence lies in the development of excellent research, promoting knowledge and endowing it to the future generations. In spite of the fact that we are a young research university, or actually the youngest research university in Israel, we have been able to make significant inroads and lead an impressive collection of fields in which we are unique or excel or both. However, our university has two additional outstanding and unique characteristics that give it additional values and make it so very important to economic and society resilience of the country of Israeli society. The University of Haifa is the largest research university in the north region of Israel. I am completely convinced that a strong academic institution in the north of Israel is the necessary condition for the continued prosperity of this geographical and demographic region, and I will elaborate more of this tomorrow in my presentation before the panels. The other characteristic that sets the University of Haifa apart comes from the unique composition of our student body and faculty, which represent more than any other institution in the country, the human mosaic that makes up Israeli society. Our university provides academic education to the largest number of students serving the security forces, as well as the largest number of Druze, Arab, and Circassian students. Students from the ultra-Orthodox communities study alongside international students from all over the world. In spite of the administrative and financial challenges we face, I am proud of this multiplicity that sets our university apart. This is our important contribution to fulfilling our obligation to the State of Israel to create the common denominator required by every civilian democratic society, regardless of the political views of its citizens. Creating the common denominator is not only a social value, but an absolute necessity for the continuation of Israel's economic and security prosperity. I believe that our students who study on a campus characterized by cultural variation enter the workplace as better employees, managers, and leaders. I invite all of you to the laboratory of Professor Fuad Fares. They are not researching coexistence. They are researching cancer and the way to develop medicines from biological components. Professor Fares is Druze, and in his laboratory you will find Jewish, Muslim, and Circassian researchers. In a groundbreaking study, he joined forces with Professor Salomon Fasser from the Institute of Evolution, who came to Israel in the 90s from the Ukraine. And together they are trying to produce biological material from mushrooms that could serve as a basic for medication against types of cancer which are currently considered incurable. The significance is, my dear friends, that we are creating groundbreaking science in a tolerable environment while accepting the other. For all these reasons, I take the liberty to address you from time to time and ask your support. I appreciate and admire your generosity, and please applaud to your generosity. Now, we opened the year 2013-2014 academic year with a record number of academic staff members. One of the important challenges last year was the recruitment of new and outstanding faculty members in the various faculties. Recruiting returning scientists is a national challenge of utmost importance that the University of Haifa is playing an important role. The recruitment and acceptance of an outstanding researcher is a process that involves major efforts on organizational level. Investment is required in research infrastructure, and the economic effort involved is quite substantial. And indeed, the university's development budget has been on the rise for the last 2 years. In 2013-2014, the investment in the university's physical development increased, and in order to continue succeed in our mission, we are in need of additional resources from every source possible, both internal and external. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to present a short film to you that will help demonstrate just a little the significance of this national mission to return our scientists to Israel. Please.
Numerous Israeli researchers are conducting their research at university labs around the world. All of them were born and raised and educated in Israel. This is the most important resource at our disposal, and we are losing it.
So in 2004, we left Israel and took off to California. I've got a postdoc position in Caltech.
We left in 2010. We had to move our lives to Germany. My husband and I really missed home.
I left in 2007 for my postdoc in neuroscience at the private institute in Virginia.
It was important for us that our children will grow up in Israel.
In order for Israel to continue to be the world's leading scientific center, we have to bring the scientists back home. The University of Haifa is launching an ambitious campaign to support innovative science research, from the advancement of cancer and brain research to development of alternative energy sources and fighting world hunger. Academic research at University of Haifa aims to advance the frontier of human knowledge for the betterment of humanity.
So why did I came to Haifa? I felt like, okay, this is the people I want to work with. All of us are young. All of us are highly motivated, and the feeling is that we're building something new.
After making inquiries, I pursued an offer from the University of Haifa's Department of Psychology. An excellent place to start my research. In 2012, I returned to Israel and arrived at the University of Haifa.
And we really help each other. It's like a small community, really.
And now our mission is to make Israel the leading science center of the world. Here, I'm doing science and Zionism.
We feel like we are pioneers here. We are chalutzim. We are building something new. And we have excellent people. I didn't believe that I will be working with such good, high-quality people. I'm so happy with the people I'm working with. So I'm really, really happy that I came here.
Over the next 5 years, the University of Haifa plans to recruit an additional 100 researchers who will address pressing scientific questions that will directly impact our health, safety, and environment. Their work and discoveries will further advance Israel's standing as a leader in scientific research and will benefit humanity. Become a partner with the University of Haifa in supporting the science of the future today.
Isn't it exciting? Number of months ago, we inaugurated 3 new laboratories in the Leon Charney School of Marine Sciences for 3 young scientists that we brought back to Israel over the last few years. One of them is Dr. Bentabu de Leon, who, as you saw in the film, came to us from the prestigious Caltech University. For the last few months, until the lab construction was completed, we were forced to house her in a temporary laboratory. Mr. President, she said to me, I can now wholeheartedly tell you that I have laboratory on the level that I had at Caltech. You provided me with the best conditions, and now it is my job to create outstanding research. This simple remark warmed my heart, and especially since it's not easy to please a dedicated researcher. After all, this is why we are here, why I am here, to grant the researchers the ability to make breakthroughs. The academic system, headed by the university rector, Professor David Faraji, invests great effort to promote academic excellence and to hone our competitive skills. The university's academic excellence is the foundation of its existence. It is also has a heavy implication on our budget. Close to 25% of the university's operating budget is currently dependent on our relative accomplishments in the field of research. From the aspect of academic excellence, we have a considerable number of fields that bring us a lot of pride. During the last 2 years, we have been chosen by the government to be the leading university in 2 areas of research with crucial national importance: marine research and education in the technological environment. The choice of our university to lead these areas shows in many ways the abilities of our researchers in these areas and in others. In the field of marine research, which is led by Israel Prize laureate Professor Tzvi Ben Avraham, and he doesn't like that I praise him, we have accelerated the field's development by accepting additional staff members along with significant investment in infrastructure. This year, the university has received a donation from the Helmsley Trust for 25 million shekel, a donation that will allow the acceleration of the development and the expansion of research fields. Marine research has a strategic significance for Israel and all humanity. The ocean covers 70% of Earth and in the future will serve as the main source for the production of food that the human race needs in the coming decades. In addition to the manufacture of medicines, the production of energy, and the creation of additional inhabitable areas. Realizing the potential found in the ocean for Israel and the world cannot take place without the development of scientific research. Today we know more about the space and the moon than we know about science taking place not far away from the continent's shores. The University of Haifa has taken upon itself to serve as the leading center in Israel and to be among the leaders in the world in this field. And I want to show you just 2 equipment that we are about to buy, just few of them, few of the others. You know, the one is called the ROV, which is support to bring sediments from the ground of the sea. The name, by the way, of Lord Smith is just fake. You know, but we are. If someone of you wants his name on this vehicle, just approach me after my speech. And then this is, you know, another. Now this is a small submarine that should transmit ultra wave in order to explore the geological structure of the Dead Sea. And again, you know, approach me after this in the break. The technological developments place large challenges before us. Our Faculty of Education is addressing, among other things, real-life questions such as the role the teacher today in a world where every student can receive information at the push of the button over the internet. Can the internet and e-learning be a sufficient alternative to a teacher or to the university lecturer? You will hear from me in my presentation tomorrow more about this subject. In addition to these fields and to others, the university continues to develop and offer a wide offering of academic programs such as the Ruderman Program for American Jewish Studies and the State of Israel that was inaugurated this year in the Faculty of Humanities, as was the International Graduate Program in the School of Political Science, in the Faculty of Social Sciences, the Natural Resources, and an Environmental Management Master's Degree Program and PhD studies in Information Management and Knowledge in the Faculty of Management. During last year, we began an important process whose goal is to measure and assess academic activities in the department according to predefined performance measures. This measuring process will help us immensely in the development of the university's next 5 years plan, which will begin its implementation next year. The plan will outline the university's future and will shape its image and character. As research is so central to our organization, its management processes are complex and involve most of the organization's units. Hundreds of research budgets and thousands of procurement activities are carried out by hundreds of researchers and research funds. During 2013, we recognized that the process of managing the research in the university was inadequate and required significant improvement. The faults in the process have implications for the university research performance and financial income. And I want to underline, the fault is in the future and not in one department or in another department. It's a process that crosses all the university. We do not have some of the advantages that older universities have, and so we must develop and nurture our advantages as a younger and agile organization. Am I not an agile, although I missed my gym today? In order to carry out a thorough examination of the process, I appointed a committee led by university CEO. The committee submitted its finding to the administration, whose goal was to simplify the research management process and gather the main parts of it under the research authority. The change will be accompanied by additional resource allocations to the research authority, changes in work processes, investing in computer infrastructure and others. The change process is targeted to end by the end of April 2015. As president of the university, I took full personal responsibility that this cross-organizational process will provide significant improvement. And I would like to express my appreciation to the CEO of the university, Baruch Marzan, to the VP and Dean of Research, Professor Michal Yerushalmi, to VP of Finance, Shuki Shai, and of course to Director Professor David Faraji for his support, and to Dr. Sharon Link, and all those who were involved and contributed to the process. This is one of the deepest changes ever carried out in the university concerning such a central process, and I hope that it will soon enjoy, and we will soon enjoy its fruits in research results and in our academic excellence. Apart from changing the process of managing research in the university and following many discussions I held with faculty members, the need arose to receive more information, to be more updated and involved in the organization's development. This wish received support from the results of the survey we held in June 2013, and we will continue to carry out these surveys periodically. I welcome and see the involvement of the faculty members in positive light. I believe that an organization can only succeed if it maintains cooperation between all of its elements that comprises it. A large part of my time is invested in this topic. In 2012-2013, the scope of donations reaching the university increased by 15% compared to the previous year, what we call money in the bank. And we reached a record of $20.4 million. This year, we also made it our goal to increase the amount of donations by 15% and reach $23.4 million. After the first 7 months of the year, the donations have increased by 53% as compared to the same period from last year. But I must mention that I do not believe that will remain the annual growth, but I'm optimistic in our ability to meet our goal. I think that the acting VP, Rachel Kaberman, and her team deserve applaud, and of course, all our supporters. Over the last year, we focused much effort in raising funds for the construction of the Social Welfare and Health Sciences building, which is very important to the development of the Faculty of Social Welfare and Health Sciences as a whole, and for donations that will enable the continued development of the university's infrastructure. On this festival occasion, I am proud to announce that the University of Haifa will soon begin construction of a building for the Social Welfare and Health Sciences faculty. And one of the reasons that I did it is not because of the idea, because I'm afraid of Shine Lin and his faculty. Shine. Dear friends, this structure will not only be one of iron, concrete, plaster, and offices. It will be a building which we will be able to assist people like David, a 60-year-old man who suffered chronic pain in his leg for so many years that the physicians were forced to amputate the limb. In the new building, we will be able to further develop our pain research laboratory in which we conduct pioneering experience in the field. We will be able to help 15-year-old Khaled. His dream was to be a soccer player, but a terrible car accident left him with a severe head injury that destroyed his dream. The treatment we give Khaled, which includes motor and psychological rehabilitation using virtual reality, helps him dream once more. Yes, it is a lot more than just bricks and mortar. It is a place in which our researchers will continue to create miracles, as in the case of Karim and Mahmoud, 6-year-old twins from Jordan who were born deaf. Thanks to the efforts of our very own Professor Yossi Attias from the Department of Communications Disorders, the twins underwent treatment at 11 months old that enabled them to hear. That is what we do in the University of Haifa, and for that we need you too. This year, we also made a very significant investment in our ability to commercialize our intellectual property due to a joint effort of the Carmel Company, headed by El Kanir and, and Doron Birger, and the External Relations Wing and the Research Authority. We are in a process to establishing an advance investment of $4 million, out of which we already have commitment for more than $1 million. These are not donations. These are financial investment. The work with the local and foreign media is also part of the effort to improve the university's image in the eyes of the various target audiences. During the last year, we saw an increase in the positive publication concerning the research carried out in the university from an average of 200 positive publications a month during the last 3 months of last year up to an average of some 350 publications a month in the same months this year. Within this framework, we have immense efforts to invite a respectable number of newspapers and journalists to bring the research and truth story of our university to the attention of the media, the public at large, and to our community of donors. Concerning the choice of, by the way, and I also want to applaud our spokesman, Ilan Yavelberg, and our PR external. Believe me, it's not very easy to have a day-to-day life under my pressure. Concerning the choice of Mr. Yariv Sultan as the Vice President of External Relations and Resource Development, who was ratified this morning, and I will begin his new job, that will begin his new job on August 1st. I wish him much of success. And I would like also to thank Rachel Kaberman, the acting Vice President, and her team for their excellent job, especially during the last year. Along with the university's marketing effort to encourage registration, which generated all-time record in number of students this year, the PBC approved us, headed by Professor Manuel Trachtenberg, whom you heard in the morning, approved us an additional 200 students to the students' quota, for which we will receive compensation. This comes after the university's administration presented its plan to the committee's administration. The administration's effort with the Planning and Budgeting Committee to increase its support for the university are ongoing and will continue to do so. We also received for the committee 12 million shekels that, together with some very generous donations, enabled us the health and welfare building. The university invested a total sum of 69 million shekel in last year for physical development, and this year it is expected to increase to almost 81 million shekel. The university CEO will elaborate more on this subject tomorrow in the committees, including our future projects such as laboratories for the natural sciences, building for the law faculty, dormitories, and parking areas. In the near future, we will be faced with formidable challenges, and we must successfully cross them in order to ensure our survival and promote our academic excellence. Our goal is to establish our status as undisputed leaders and identified more in the areas where we have relative advantage. We cannot spread just even our resources. We have to focus where we think we have relative advantage. This is a huge challenge considering the competition we are facing for resources and budgets, and considering the economic climate that is prevalent in Israel and around the world. This is a formidable challenge, but also an exciting one. I believe we have the strength within us to successfully withstand it, even if we experience some ups and downs. Before I conclude, I would like to say a few words from my heart. This is my heart. Still pumping. A few words for my heart, as I said, in the course of my report. This is enough, yeah, it's my age. In the course of my report, I dealt with issues such as resources, budgets, building, processes, but then I asked myself, what is this story really about? When we conduct research, the term research sounds to me so cold and impersonal, but research gives meaning to our lives. Forgive me, English is not my mother tongue. The word scholarships also sounded me like a strange word, But some weeks ago, I got a letter from Yael, one of our students. She wrote me, "By virtue of the scholarship the university gave me, you helped me to realize my mission in life, educating youth in Israel and generating change in the lives of at-risk youth who are expelled from all other frameworks." This is just one sentence that gave me the feeling that I am the one to receive and not the one who gives. Letters such as this provide the real meaning of the word scholarships. So actually, what we are dealing with in the University of Haifa is the future of the children of the world and of Israel, our children, my grandchildren. Aren't they cute? So that they all may have chances for a better future and meaningful life, for a better Israel. Thank you very much.